My most recent video on my main channel is this one about the crypto cruise. It's a great video. I think we did a good job. It's a video all about this group of people who wanted to create a crypto city on a cruise ship. About a year ago, I did a video about this thing. The Endless Cruise, also known as the Villa V Residencies, which is currently cruising all around the world. Obviously, talk about the 9-month cruise. There's multiple examples at this point of never-ending cruise residencies being pursued again and again. The Endless Cruise has apparently gotten into a little bit of trouble. This is from a Telegraph article. Apparently, it's missed like most of its Brazilian port destinations. They scrapped their visiting of the Galapagos Islands and Antarctica. So that one's just a little update on that one. It has a lot of disappointed passengers. And now it seems like another company is jumping into the mix of this. Freedom Cruise Line International Inc. unveils Freedom Ship, a city at sea in the future of global cruising. The amount of cities at sea that I talk about. This is like a project that's been they've wanted to do since the 90s. They want to make a school. It's going to have a school on it. The plan is we take a massive cruise ship and we turn it into the residency of a proposed 50,000 people. Here's the visualization. Here it is. Here's how your city will look like. Let's read a little bit about their vision. The Freedom Ship vision begins with a simple premise. Cities do not have to remain fixed to a single location. This is seasteaders. They're like seasteaders. That's if you want to learn more about that, you gotta watch the main channel video. Cities do not have to remain fixed to a single location in order to provide stability, community, and continuity. All the T's, the 3 T's. The project explores whether urban life itself can exist beyond permanent geography. This is seasteader stuff. I did a video on my Nebula page about other seasteading plans that most of them have not done well. It's exclusive on my Nebula page. Maybe I'll post it one day on this channel, in a few months. But so far, the Nebula thing, there's you can click the link. There's a bunch of discounts you can get. I don't remember them off the top, but let's keep going. I've got somewhere between 10 to 15 extra videos over there, so you should check it out. The Freedom Ship is envisioned as a permanently mobile city at sea, designed for long-term residencies rather than short-term travel. So it's supposed to have all of the facilities that you might think of in a sea. It says it is not a cruise ship. What you're looking at right here, this is not a cruise ship. This is a floating thing. It is not a cruise ship and not defined by destinations or itineraries. That's probably good to say up top because so many of these we're a cruise ship but we're doing it for so long you're gonna get sick of it. A lot of the disappointment seems to come from the variety of canceled destinations. So it is planned as a stable, self-contained urban environment that continuously circumnavigates the globe while supporting everyday life. If the point is not the travel, why wouldn't I just live at a home? We'll see how expensive this is. But why wouldn't I just live on ground where if I'm sick of this area, I can drive somewhere, you know? Let's watch their promo video. Maybe this is for me. Maybe this is something I should consider. So this is a 3D visualization of this cruise ship. Sorry. This idiot. I just called it a cruise ship? Oh my god. I'm sorry. Oh my, this is so embarrassing. This is a 3D visualization of the floating thing. Wow. Wow, this is such amazing things. Is this a 3D visualization or is this? I think this is a 3D model. It looks vaguely AI, but then AIing it would be, if you're trying to show the actual plans. I don't know. I'm not even trying to guess here. Let's keep watching this. So this is how it looks like. A little field, little bunch of a billion pools. My god, the amount of pools you're fitting on this not cruise is amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got all the numbers here. This is a place for people who love numbers to come to, sit down, and be like, oh my god, it's number 3. I love number 3. All right, let's watch this place. It does kind of look like a city. Everyone's running. What the f is this person doing? Keep an eye on this corner over here. So these are AI people, I think, because their faces are all mangled and they're going through something. Let's look at this corner. Wait. Yeah, let's... Again. So there's a person sitting here And they're just scurrying away. Oh my god, and then they keep walking and they're sliding away as they keep going. This is one. Can you even imagine such a one, just like living on a big mall? Can you even imagine? It's such a privilege. Oh, I could go out of my home and then I'm suddenly at f***ing H&M. This is unbelievable. Oh, but what a luxury. They got a Mexican f***o stand. They got French crepes. Yeah, I think there's less doubt about the AI use. What about here? Co-working space. Oh, this is just like the crypto cruise. In the crypto cruise, they're like, can you even imagine being on a co-working space on sea? And I'm like, what, just like a place where I can just use my laptop? Here's my little take about co-working spaces. I've been to a few sometimes, like sometimes when traveling, you're like, I need like a place where there's like stable internet connection and whatever. But honestly, often I just recommend like find whatever library is the closest. Just go chill out there, you know? It doesn't cost money. You get the same thing, if not nicer. Because then you're like, maybe I'll pick up a book. Maybe I'll read a little book. Anyways, here's the co-working space. I still don't understand why would I live here. Here's the school. We'll talk about the school later on, but I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's the plan here. I'm trying to figure out what's this city's vision for education, you know? Oh, they have this research facility where they're like, oh my god, that's a plant. That's what all the doctors are going around. They're like, that's a plant. We've invented plants. So this is all just nonsense. There's an aquarium. That feels so mean to the fish. They're so close yet so far from the actual ocean. This seems like a nightmare. I'll be honest with you guys. You're trapped in a mall. This really looks like where, like WALL-E lives. Not where WALL-E lives, where the humans live. Like that big spaceship, kind of just disconnected from Earth. I'm gonna trap all these musicians in there. By God, they even have a casino. By God, they even have a ceiling that doesn't make any sense. That's a selling point though. You go on our cruise, you can look at a ceiling that defies the laws of physics. All right, it's a 2-year voyage. All right, there we go. Enough of this video. The project is not conceived as a vessel expanded to city size. It is conceived as a city placed upon a maritime platform. They're not using the word cruise ship ever. It is banned. At every statement, they're like, it's a vessel. It's just a vessel. It's a platform. Urban logic governs the architecture from the outset, ensuring that scale, okay, whatever. The working platform approximately 1 mile. So the city is 1 mile in length. Not really a city. It's like a neighborhood. And 750 feet in width creates both opportunity and constraint. I'd say mainly constraint. That's mainly constraint. At this scale, blah, 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 blah. You gotta go figure out platform distribution density and whatnot. Community life on board is shaped by both stability and movement. You keep saying the word stability. Neighborhoods, shared spaces, and civic areas are planned to encourage interaction while respecting privacy. Again, you're living at a mall. Do they have a deal with Gucci as well? But like, I'm looking at all the fake mall pictures that they have that are AI generated, and they have like brands there and all that. I'm like, is this based off of like an existing deal you have with these companies, or was this just spat out by the AI? I'm thinking option 2. As the city travels, residents are exposed to different regions, cultures, and ports, creating ongoing opportunities for cultural exchange. Like a cruise ship. This is like exactly the shit that the 9-month cruise says. Collaboration and participation in global commerce as part of everyday life. You get to stop at a city and you go out. That's what you do on a cruise ship. So according to the Telegraph, the Freedom Ship would cost around $16 billion to make. It will include an aquarium, which we've seen, a 15,000 seat sports stadium, a convention center. Convention center is just a big hall. Like, that's not... Alright, by the way, I'm going to VidCon this year. I'm not gonna do like a meet and greet or something, but I'm gonna be there. If you see me in Anaheim and you want to say hi, You can't. And people always feel awkward about doing that. It's fine. Every time I've met any of you, you're all very nice. So don't worry, like, don't worry about that. It has 2 museums. That's fun, I guess. Symphony Hall and a research hospital. Again, this is so similar to the crypto cruise. I can't believe just after finishing that, I'm hearing about a new kind of city cruise. In the crypto cruise, they were like, we're gonna bring in medical entrepreneurs and we're gonna have no laws. And a lot of people in the comments on my video were like, this is pretty creepy. This is pretty terrifying, actually. And then here we have another visual of their school, which apparently would educate from like a very young age, like 6 to about 18. I cannot help but wonder, what are the values that this city believes in? This city that is a mall. What do they get taught? That it's just like mind-boggling, right? They should get taught the values of the Freedom Cruise Ship Corporation. That's what they should learn, you know? So they can be the future of this city. Basically, the plan is that, you know, they got these facilities. I'm still so fascinated about this school. That seems f***ing nuts. That's a cruise-owned education system. The plan is they go around the world again and again and again and again. It seems like there's less of a commitment to the stops that they stop at. You can live there, but you can also they also have like a certain capacity for visitors who would be going on this as a cruise ship, because it is a cruise ship. The visitors would be going on this huge sea vessel to go and stop at other countries and go and vacate there for a day. And when they're not vacating there for a day, they're on the cruise ship doing cruise ship-like activities like swimming in a pool or going in a hot tub or playing in a tiny little golf field or something like that. They'll be doing cruise things. In the Telegraph article, we find out that this is apparently not a new plan. It's been in the making for 30 years. In the making is kind of like a strong term. It was first proposed in the 1990s by American engineer Norman Nixon, who died in 2012. The blueprints were dusted off publicly the following year, only to be mothballed again. But now they're like, we're making it. We're making this thing. It's not a cruise ship, it's a new thing. There's a big team working on this. They're like, demand for this is strong. We just need money. That's the missing link. We just need money to build this. That's all we need. We've come up with this thing that's maybe not even structurally, I don't know, it just kind of AI generated a lot of the visuals. And it has like this infinite mall and it has billion pools. And now all we need is just some money. They say, that could take 3 or 4 years to finish. Gooch says people could start living on board midway through construction. That would be so much fun. I had a period of my life not too long ago where there was a non-stop construction happening outside my home. And, you know, it's annoying. Also, it is what it is. At least, you know, I have the option to walk away and like sit somewhere else. Imagine choosing to live in an inescapable construction site. The ship will constantly circumnavigate the globe. It never has a home port. We also want a state-of-the-art hospital. We've been approached by medical research facilities. So the research is done on you, the person who needs to go to the hospital, because we would be outside the reach of regulatory bodies. Oh my God. So the Freedom Ship would be an ideal venue for that. So they're saying, since we're at sea and we're not dealing with same regulations, this is a great opportunity to do some research on you, our patients that need medical assistance now. Isn't this amazing? You could be our rat labs. That's nuts. That's nuts, and that's talked about as if that's a selling point. Talking about the environmental concerns, they said there will be a philanthropic side as well with Gooch, or Gooch, whatever, who cares, claiming the ship will clean the oceans as it crosses them and using nuclear power would slash carbon emissions. Let's see a little bit more of their website. The Freedom Ship is a long-term development project exploring a new model of permanent blah 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 blah. Is there any more about the school? Education. Yes. Education aboard the Freedom Ship is treated as a long-term civic function rather than a phase or service. Learning is integrated into the life of the city, supporting children, adults. Okay. Education facilities are accessible, well-connected, and embedded within the city rather than isolated. Of course it's embedded within the city, or this is you can't go anywhere else. Where's it gonna be? On the ocean, floating on the water? God, there's so many words here that are just completely meaningless, completely don't add, throughout the entirety of what they say, completely don't add to your understanding of what's going on. Beyond formal schooling, Freedomship supports lifelong learning. That's nice that they support lifelong learning. Education is not confined to classrooms, but woven into daily life through libraries. Oh, they'll have libraries, that's nice. Workshops, cultural programs. Okay. Educational spaces are designed for adaptability. Oh my f***ing god. Tell me something. Tell me something. Tell me a real nugget of information. Facilities can be updated and reconfigured without disrupting the broader structure of the city. Yeah, you could do that with a regular classroom. What do you mean? You can change the way the classroom looks or functions? Yeah, that's a room. You can do that with a room. Education aboard the ship supports curiosity, continuity, and participation. Okay, what do you practically do? Oh my god, this is how it's gonna look like. Big window. You can change the room. You can't do that in a normal room. Yes, you can. Come aboard and live on the vague ship, where everything is vague and you don't actually know what you're signing up on when you decide to change your life drastically. Come aboard and live on the vague AI ship. Yeah, mobility and circulation. What is that? What are we talking about here? Mobility aboard the Freedom Cruise is designed to support everyday life. Oh, it's supposed to be for everyday life. Finally, someone who's figured this out. Rather than movement for its own sake. Here on the Freedom Cruise ship, we're actually gonna do freedom and movement in a good way, rather than the old bad way. Circulation systems are planned at city scale, prioritizing ease. Oh, you're gonna prioritize ease. That's good. Reading this, I was really worried they're gonna prioritize discomfort. I was really worried they're gonna prioritize discomfort, inaccessibility, and unclarity, but luckily, this is the complete opposite of what they're going for. Walkability forms, yeah, it's 1 mile long, so I'm assuming walkability is gonna be easier than other cities. Residential neighborhoods, workplaces, services, and public spaces are arranged to encourage walking. Again, it's 1 mile long. So, distances are scaled to human use. Yeah, because you're not gonna, drive around there. Because it's 1 mile long. See here, they're finally saying it, and reducing reliance on complex internal transport. What in the f*** is this? What you're seeing here in this visual are, train systems. This is maybe a light rail, or a tram, or whatever. It's a train, you know? But here they're saying distances are scaled to human use, reducing reliance on complex internal transport. I think they were just like, AI, give me a picture for the transport page. Because what they're saying, if I manage to, using my Sherlock-esque deductive skills, if I am actually to understanding what they're writing here, they're saying there's no transport system, just walk. Just take an elevator and walk. I'm to believe they're gonna have trains on this cruise ship? Not to mention yachts on the cruise ship itself? This is incoherent. Internal transit supports longer movement across the city where needed. Shared transit systems, like what? Like what? You know, there are names for various transit systems. A bus? A train? A what? Transit systems. They keep saying transit systems. I thought they said they support clarity. There's nothing clear about anything here. Movement beyond the city is treated as transition rather than a disruption. Finally, someone that treats movement as transition. This is nothing. This project is nothing. Mobility aboard the Freedom ship is meant to feel intuitive and unremarkable. Yeah, because you're gonna be walking. Honestly, you're not gonna be doing anything, because I would be so shocked if this thing ends up existing. What will I eat? Will I eat a hat? I don't want to eat a hat or a shoe. I'll eat a tiny little piece of paper. If this thing exists, I will eat a tiny little piece of paper. Subscribe if you want to see me doing that. Culture. Let's look at culture. These guys who can't even string a coherent paragraph. Let's see what the culture is going to be like over here. Civic and cultural spaces are woven into the city's fabric. But yeah, of course they are. It's one ship. What do you mean? It's not hard to do. This room is really woven into the fabric of my apartment. This is ridiculous. You're bragging about this? Galleries, performance spaces, community halls, and informal gathering places. That would be so nice to have informal gathering places A cafe where ideas are exchanged, creativity is participated, and collective life takes shape. Okay, did you come up with that? What the f? These spaces support participation rather than spectatorship. What do you mean? What do you mean? This is a concert hall. What do you mean by participation rather than spectatorship? Really, I want you to sit down and let me know. Am I expected as an audience member to not just spectate? I'm expected to go on stage and start playing? Is that what I am to do? That would be horrible. That would be a nightmare. So I don't think you mean that. I don't think you truly mean that. I don't think you want me to participate in this orchestra. But now let's keep going. Freedom Ship is inherently multicultural as a permanently mobile city. Yeah, because you're going off to all these different countries and you're soaking up these cultures in the 7 hours or so that you're spending there. As the city moves, cultural life gains depth rather than disruption. Oh, it gains the good thing rather than the bad thing. Huh, that is amazing. Did like a kid make this? Am I supposed to feel bad? Like this very much feels like the language of like when you're given a presentation when you're a kid and you're trying to seem smart. When I make my future city, it will have good cultural elements rather than disruptive, non-constructive elements. Work. I was supposed to end this video already. Let's see what work looks like. Let's see if they use the word rather again. Let's see if they say this would have a good thing rather than bad thing again. Let's see if they use that sort of linguistic tool that they love. Work aboard the Freedom Ship is treated as a core part of everyday urban life. Okay. Not as an add-on or novelty. Ooh, I love the novelty of going to work. So this is pretty much, by the way, like using the word rather, but let's see if the word rather comes up. Workplaces are integrated into the fabric of the city, allowing residents to live and work within the same environment without artificial separation. So this is again, the without does the same thing as the rather here, but for keen viewers, you may notice that the word rather does end up coming up, reflecting this, the workspaces are good, and they reflect the complexity of a functioning urban economy rather than a single employment model. Yeah, you'll just have fucking co-working spaces, I presume. That's what you're saying. I want to read more about their experimental, hospital where they can do experiments on you. This removes the old systems of regulatory bodies making sure you don't die. Rather than doing that, we are doing a new thing that's kind of interesting and doesn't deal with the old constraints of the. Yeah, where's this hospital? I gotta learn more about this hospital. Preventative care plays a central role. In what way? We'll never know. Fitness spaces, wellness programs, and opportunities for physical activity are once again woven into everyday life, supporting long-term health rather than reactive treatment alone. They're doing this rather than this. Accessibility and inclusivity are fundamental. Health services and wellness spaces are designed to be usable they got different ages. Rather than the other thing. Come on, where's this experiment? I want to read, maybe that's, yeah, I think we read everything to read about the experimental hospital. Yeah, if you want to see me talking about more, crazy concepts like this, my recent bonus nebula video, I think is pretty fun. If you want to watch that alongside a bunch of other things, click on the link in the description, get that discount. Then you can also access so much more content. That's really great. I like the dinner plan, the new Patrick Willems, newish movie. It's really good. Make sure you subscribe rather than not subscribe. Bye.